What happens to a surge protector when lightning strikes? Many people trust the green to change to red when it's time to replace it. That is risky. If the window still shows green, you might already be unprotected. In this video, I will show you exactly what happens on the inside during a lightning strike and why that green to red indicator isn't as reliable as you think. Watch till the end to know the mistake you can make and how to easily fix it. I have with me here two surge protective devices. This is the AC, and we know this by looking at the wavy line there. So that's the AC signal, or the AC symbol rather. And this is DC because we see VDC right there, and we can see these two. This is the plus, this is negative. So this is DC, this is AC. But what's actually inside a surge protective device? So we're just going to go ahead and find out. We'll pry this open. We'll pull out this cartridge. So this is for the AC. We'll keep that aside, and then we'll pry open, or we'll pull out the DC as well. Right, so we have these two. And then we're just going to go ahead to open this up to see what's inside. And then this cover seems as if something that can be pulled open. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So let's see. Here we go. Okay, and then we go on to the other side. This is interesting. I was wondering, because when this goes bad, this green indicator here should turn red. And it's interesting that we can, when we look inside, you can sort of see the red coloring on the top of this plastic here, and then seems to be a spring-loaded mechanism here. What seems to be the case is that under this seems to be like sealed in place, and perhaps that should be our MOV, our Metal Oxide Varistor. And I think I'm suspecting if we exceed this max current here, it should cause this to heat up and then release this spring-loaded mechanism here, because this is a solder. Okay, so this is the DC. Let's just keep that aside for a moment. Let's go with the AC cartridge. So I'm just going to do the same. Pry this open. This is interesting. So for both the AC and the DC, they look pretty similar. However, although we can't see what is inside this sealed region here, so this most probably MOV, that is Metal Oxide Varistor, that is inside there. So this is the AC and this is the DC, and they appear to have a similar kind of mechanism. That is, this metal plate seems to be held in place by this solder here. So I think it's counting on the MOV to overheat and then cause this solder to melt, and then this spring will now pull this plastic down, and this will pull this plastic down, and then our red-green indicator will now become red. I'm sure we can all see the red there. So I think what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to go ahead and simulate this overheating. Of course, I can't generate 60 kiloamps. So I'm just going to go ahead and melt this. Do you see that? Now when we look, okay, so we can see that the connection has now broken. And then when we look here, we can see the red beginning to appear. Although it's not appearing all the way, I guess maybe there isn't enough room. But then we can see the red beginning to appear. So this shows that this cartridge will now need to be replaced, because it will no longer serve the purpose of acting as a surge protector. So this is for the DC, right? So let's go ahead and do the same for this AC surge protector. So as you can see, there isn't any sign of the red showing at all because this plate is still intact. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply this to melt. Okay, you see that? Right, so this has disengaged, but what's interesting is this doesn't go all the way down. See? Because the spring has come loose. So what is interesting is that although sometimes you may see the red not showing, while in fact our surge protector has overheated, and then this solder is no longer in place, so it's no longer acting as a surge protector. So that is why it is important that we use these surge protectors side by side with MCB breakers. So this indicator, right, is supposed to show is to give you a visual sign that this has gone bad. But as we've seen, even though it has gone bad, right, the indicator is not showing fully because when it overheated and this plate disconnected from this, the spring that is supposed to pull it down also came loose. But I guess that wouldn't have happened if the cover was in place. Perhaps it came loose because we removed the cover. But in any case, if we had this with an MCB, right, with an MCB before the surge protector, what will happen is as soon as this cut, it will cause the MCB to trip off. So the AC MCB, right, as you can see from the sign, there is the AC 400 volt with the wavy sign AC. This to come, you to install this side by side, right, so that when this disconnects, it will cause the MCB to trip off. But if you have the surge protector in place and you are relying on seeing the green change to red, and that doesn't happen when in fact it has disconnected and you don't have the MCB in place, then you will be using a surge protector that has gone bad and you wouldn't know. So use a surge protector side by side with the MCB, and also use the DC surge protector side by side with the DC breaker, so that when this cuts, it will also cause your MCB to trip off. So the MCB comes before the surge protector. So that's it, everyone. Just make sure to use MCBs alongside your surge protector for you to get the full functionality. And also never forget to do proper earthing on your installation. If you want to see a video of me showing you how to actually connect the MCB to the surge protector, do let me know in the comment section below. So that's it, everyone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.